Everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Griftlands again, sponsored by Clay. Thank you so much for not only sponsoring, but giving me the opportunity to check it out over the course of a more appropriate length, a longer thing than just a single sponsored video. You can check out Griftlands at the link in the video description below, which will take you to the store page where you can pick up this excellent game. But thank you to Clay for that. On the last episode, we got into some stuff. You know, we're still on day 1 of 4 here, but we got a little bit of familiarity with the negotiation deck. Our battle deck is still default, which scares me. We picked up a companion who has been very harmful to us in our psychological negotiations, but he's cute as a button, so it doesn't bother me. We're going to go back to the market stall, having convinced Plaka the Swab not to rip out some dude's organ graft. And let's see how this affects us moving forward. People don't come here for the ambiance. They come here for the goods they can't get anywhere else. Plaka the Swab now likes you and will offer you discounts on her shop. So straight up, you know we're persuasive. Not only did we defeat her in an argument, but we did so in such a way that completed her quest that now she likes us and offers us discounts. So let's speak to, Endo does not like us. Let's speak to Plaka, see what you got here. I keep telling you, these grafts are made for someone of your talents. What about a negotiation graft? Shrieker. Deal 1 damage to all enemy targets at the beginning of your turn. Brain Barrage. Whenever you play 3 Manipulate cards in a row, deal 4 damage to a random enemy argument. Ocular Surrogate. At the start of your turn, deal 4 damage to a random enemy argument. How much do you cost? You cost $225. Hold on. Before I possibly purchase something, let's see if anybody else has some advantages that we could take here. Yo, what the heck do you... Oh, we could sell... we could sell our pet to you. I have to be honest, I hate to do it. Because it's not nice, but I'm clicking the button. Wanna buy Squawk It? Yeah, I can put it to use. You hand over Squawk It. Your pet looks up to you one last time with uncomprehending eyes before being led behind the curtain. I'm sorry! You're gonna be you like to bite, you like to snarl and claw, you don't like to speak, and I'm getting heavily involved in the discourse, okay? Clay, you didn't have to write the copy to be so emotionally affecting. But now, check this out. Ocular Surrogate. At the start of your turn, deal 4 damage to a random enemy argument. Absolutely. New graft, Ocular Surrogate, installed. So I think that's going to be a huge advantage for us in terms of our persuasive ability, at least. Well, ask to see the wild Erkin. Ask to see the wild Shruglet. I don't know why when I look at you, I think of a creature that's actually going to help us in negotiations. It will disarm the enemies. So having completed that, let's see what we got available. Your friend Shell is in trouble, or your friend Orug has a gift for you. Well, let's help Shell out, even though we paid her money to do nothing for us. You find Shell under Goni's heel, looking one blow away from the worst day of her life. Save Shell. I will try. You make enough of a racket to draw Goni's attention, and Shell looks up at you with wide eyes. Sal? This has nothing to do with you, Hunter. Stay out of it. Oh, you are screwed, Goni. If you have lower resolve than me, you are toasted. Oh, we do get 3 Intimidates in our deck. Unplayable at the end of your turn, Incept 2. Oh, sorry, it shows up in our deck. It incepts to our opponent's arguments. Hostility cards deal an additional +1 damage. I'm not too concerned about this, honestly. I mean, that was Ocular Argument, right? That hit you right off the bat. So we got 2 Intimidates we can't really do much with. And you're going to hit us for 6. Draw 2 cards and upgrade them. I mean, we're going, it seems like we're going full threaten. So here's what I would think. Draw 2 cards and upgrade them. Then this costs 0. So we'll play it. What else did we get? We got Lucid Deflection. That's insanely good. Now we will take no damage. And we got why are we getting 1 extra Composure when we should have had 6? I don't know. Oh, because we have Sal's Savvy. Gain 1 composure at the start of your turn. Very interesting. Now, do we want influence or just the damage? I think we would rather just damage you. I think there's a pretty decent chance we could probably just kill you next turn. Or convince you next turn. Haha. Okay. You have hit me, but not enough. You've been hit again by the ocular implant. Hostility cards deal an additional +4 damage. I mean, you should be pretty toasted here. Do we have a 0-cost card in our discard pile? We do not. I mean, it seems to me like we would just do this. In theory, we could screw this up, right? But so we gotta... Just don't do 2 damage? Oh, no. Okay, please do 4 damage. It did 2 damage. Oh, I wonder if... no, it doesn't seem like our hostility was affected, or like the hostility that we put on the enemy, or the intimidation we put on the enemy was affected there. I think we really just got unlucky. Yo, dude, the ocular implant, so good. Choose a negotiation card to add. Gain 3 smarts. Gain an extra action at the start of your turn, then reduce smarts by 1. But you get 2 vulnerability. All resolve losses increased by 1. I don't know. Cards that come with risk are a little scary. Attack a random target. Evoke. If you play 4 hostile cards in a single turn, it gets played automatically. This is one where I'm like, you know what? I really think, to be honest with you, we might just want to gain 10 shills. An extra action is really nice, but we need, I think, more draw to make that work as well. I'll resolve... I don't know. Now that I think about it, like... Resolve loss being increased by 1 doesn't seem that bad. And maybe we could just attack the vulnerability to begin with. You step off now and be content with the beating you gave her. Otherwise, I'm going to have to kill you. Fine, but remember this, Shell. Remember, I would have killed you without a second thought. Goni stalks off into the shadows as you help Shell to her feet. Thanks, Sal. You actually saved my skin there. Least I could do. Let's get you someplace safe. She loves you? Yeah. But look at this. Haggle badge. You can negotiate for greater quest rewards. You take Shell to shelter. And after dressing her wounds, get back on the road. Too easy. Goni dislikes you, though. Okay, let's return to Havaria. Havaria, half of my heart is in. It's late when you get back to the Grogendog, but you can spot trouble before you even step on its porch. You slip quietly behind an overturned table before anyone notices. I hear you've been asking about my bounty, but you're out of the game, fish, so you must be asking for someone else. I don't hold it against you, but whatever hunter you're hiding, you need to hand them over. There's no hunter here, Cascio, but we both know that won't stop you from being a mudsucker. I have a business to run, same as you. There was a time when you respected that. The slimy underside of Caccio's voice is enough to draw you out of your hiding spot, blade at the ready. Don't be so smug, Cascio. Nobody gets a bounty like yours without enemies. Sal, you're the hunter? I'd have thought the Derek would have beaten the spirit out of you. It didn't have to be this way, Cascio. You could have bought me out at any time. I'd have forgiven you. With that look in your eye, I don't think so. Don't mistake this for condescension. I'm proud you made it off the Derek. I should have known you would. Excuse me if I don't stick around to see this done. It'll hurt too much to see you go down. Oh, so I wonder if this is like our first day's battle or something like that. Like if we have an overarching large encounter at the end of every day just to keep us going. Or just to keep us like working towards a goal for that day. You know how like in... I'm going to be talking a lot about Slay the Spire. When you play like at a relatively high ascension level, you look at the boss and then like, okay, what do I need to beat this boss? And you build your deck from there. I wonder if that's how we kind of like reverse engineer what we need to have here. For the damages, fish, if you manage to survive, it ain't nothing personal after all. Not even the floorboards creak as Cascio leaves. For a moment, her goons hang there, waiting to see what you'll do. Go down quiet, Hunter. I'll promise it'll be just like going to sleep. Convince Topo to help you? I bet we can do it. Topo, you're the bouncer. I'm hired to keep ruffians out. Caccio's a class of her own. You will be joining me. Okay, hold on. Whenever Topo deals damage, they gain composure equal to unmitigated damage. If Topo's attack is fully mitigated, Topo takes 3 damage. That's terrible news for you. Although, I believe our influence will probably be destroyed. There's not much we can do about that. So I don't really want the smarts yet. Let me think about this. Let's draw 2 cards and upgrade them first. Stone Fast Talk. 3/3, and it gains 3 composure. Insert Flatter, Compliment. Okay, here's what I think we do. Start here. We have no 0-cost cards in our discard pile. No. Okay, so we start here. Just thinking. I think we gain 2 influence first, which has applied some extra composure to this. Following that, we're going to insert this into our hand. Flatter, which will hit all enemy targets. All enemy arguments, I should say, and may result in us not taking any damage. Apparently that didn't work as intended. So the damage, as I intended at least, the damage will not be completely mitigated. On the other hand, and you did gain resolve off that, or composure I should say. On the other hand, we did keep our influence alive, which is worth something to us. So, what are you doing? You're hitting me for 4 directly. Let's start with an improvisation. 1 to 2 damage for free. Normally, I would consider this pretty bad, but here it does allow us. Oh, we can't actually target that. Okay, so I should consider this pretty bad, I think. Let's start. We're taking no damage at least, and then we'll just talk to you, and we'll also debate you for 1 extra damage, which is pretty weak. We're not playing any of our long-term buffs, really, but I don't expect this to be a long-term fight. Especially the ocular implant's gonna hurt you pretty bad here. And I think we pretty much got you under control here. There's 3 damage for you. There's another 3 damage for you, and there's 3 damage for you. All right, so you will come onto my squad during the fight here, which I think at least. Draw 1 card. Return the next card you play to your draw pile. I know I'm probably building a deck that's a little bit too heavy, but that is interesting. So we can now... 2 cards are ready to upgrade. Oh, okay, so they've been fully powered up. Okay, so upgrade Fast Talk. I still think we would rather gain influence. Like, influence is a good condition for us. If I could make this free, that would be better. Oh my god. Boosted Threaten, 3 to 4 damage, or 8 damage and destroy. So to have this just kind of exhaust when we play it, I think is good for our deck because it's our only red card to begin with. So I think there's a lot of value there. Topo steps aside, ready to defend the Grogendog. Better late than never, you suppose. All right, here we go. We're fighting Joel. Yikes, that's a lot of damage. On the bright side, we do have HP. We start with power as well. That's because we saved... We got heavy lifting, right? Because we saved one of the units earlier. Stroke Skin. The first time you take damage, you gain 1 defense. It's a species-specific boon. Whenever you heal a target, also remove negative conditions. Okay, so we're taking 27 damage, which is a lot. I really feel like these combat drones would probably be something we would like to take care of as soon as possible. Receiving attacks reduces this by 1. Drone is destroyed at 0 stacks. Alright, so we want to hit you 3 times. If I can hit you 3 times... You should explode. Thank God. Alright, that's a start. And then we have to pass turn. We're still going to get hit for 17. That's pretty bad. But I think we know what we have to do here. So what are you going to do on your turn? You're shooting him. What if you just healed me instead, though? You ever think about that? Who's hitting me for 9, by the way? Drone Master. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we're still gonna... Because you're taking 2/2/2 from Smuggler. Dude, you do 3 shots. If you just looked at the text, you could shoot the drone, and then we wouldn't have to worry about it. We'd be in the clear here. But instead, okay, I'll do your job for you. We're not combat focused, so this is a very foreign concept for me right here. He'll probably summon more drones next turn, is my guess. Oh, he's hitting both of us. Okay. No. Oh, he is. He's going to get a combat buff. Okay, so let's look at our cards more carefully then. He has no feint, or no bleed applied to him right now. He's not taking that much damage. We get 1 power for each card discarded. I think we do want this, so we'll play that and discard both of our feints. Then we will get Sal's daggers. And I think we'll try to stack up some bleed. And we get extra power on 2 attacks because we discarded 2 cards. So I think that's as good as it gets for us. I'm assuming my man's gonna... He created 1 drone. 1 drone is not that bad. You have moved position. I wonder if that has an impact at some point. So you're I really hate that you're just going after this guy. But I understand, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. I will just destroy the drone, protecting you, but putting myself at great peril. What have you done? So you take 9 damage and you're toasted? You're already taking 7. So this should cause you to run. Will panic this turn. You're taking 7. If I hit you for 5, you'll be killed. 3, that's perfect. I'd rather have you surrender, honestly. We might as well put some defense on ourselves. Please, no more. He's done. Execute. If we execute the drone, it'll blow him up. Here's my thing. Why not accept his surrender for now? So we get 3 resolve back, which is nice. Pick a battle card. A stun is always... It tends to be good in games like this. Can't act this turn. It is expended, but that still seems pretty good. Let's just start there. I understand how to use a stun for the most part. And a negotiation card. Costs 1 less for each influence you have. Lose 1 influence. This seems very great for us. Swift rebuttal. We haven't gotten any 0-cost cards, but maybe, you know, if we have a lot of influence, Appeal to Reason could be working with this, but we already have one of those. And then level playing field. Gain 2 vulnerability, but you get more damage this turn. We don't play like combo-driven plays, so I think that Appeal to Reason is going to be sweet for us. Pick a graft reward. Boss Negotiation Graft. Whenever you draw a status card, draw a card. At the start of your turn, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 1 until played. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. Take 3 damage at the end of every turn. We'll take the Battle Graft Quick Charger, so it allows us to get 1 energy off of 1 card per turn. Well, that shucked a rotten oyster, but we've been through worse, and we're both still standing. What's done is done. The fire's only good if it stokes the engine, kid. I should have gone for Casio as soon as I arrived. Now you're dragged into it, too. None of that. You've got a bit of grit in your eye. You'll wink it out once you get some sleep. I got a room set up for you in the back. With Casio gone, the few patrons that remained returned to their drinks. Them that weren't spilled, anyway. Yo, day 1, maybe in the books. Rest to regain your strength. I would like to. I would like to. Oh, she likes this as well. I bet your blood's boiling, kid. I would like to rest in the back, please. A good night's rest can't hurt, unless I wake up dead, that is. Casio won't come back on my watch. The back's barricaded and the front has me. Good night, kid. Fish leads you through a curtain behind the bar, nodding towards a cozy room at the back. Hey, we've done it! You've unlocked a new character with a whole new story and location with unique cards and gameplay. Give it a try when starting a new run. Perhaps I will. Your bed calls to you. Dreams of wealth and influence keep you warm through the night. I'll go to sleep. Sleep restoration rate, 48%. Sleep. So we get 48% of our HP back every time we sleep, I suppose. And we get a battle screen, which is nice because, you know, the day was maybe 45 minutes long, so we can actually learn what's going on here. Shell and Gura love us, so we've collected some boons. Some people like us, some people dislike us, and then we are hated by Veep. I'll just admit that I screwed up that whole Veep situation. We gained some cards, we gained some battle cards, and we gained 2 graphs. I'm hoping we have enough slots to keep... I mean, surely we can keep at least 1 battle graft and 1 negotiation graft at all times. We probably have to pay for more slots after that, would be my guess. It's early morning, but the Grog and Dogs patrons are already hard at work on their drinks. So I know you thought I should hold off on that bounty, but after last night, if Casio wants me to be her worst nightmare, I'd like to oblige. And how are you going to do that? She knows you're here, she's got money and goons to keep her safe. What do you got? You? You're darn right. Lucky for you, I have a couple of contacts who want Cascio dead almost as much as you do. If you can convince them to work with you. Will they need convincing? Afraid so. The Admiralty doesn't trust hunters as a rule, but talk to my contact and see if you can convince her otherwise. Okay, so we pick sides. We can meet with Nadan, or we can meet with Ulo. Ask about... No, that's not necessary. I'll head out. I think, for me, I should meet with Ulo, is my 2 cents here. I thought maybe I could convince this guy to like us more. I guess we can, but we don't have the necessary shills to pay for a drink right now. You would think that I would drink for free given the circumstances, but apparently not. So we go to the meat market at the Murder Torch. Or we can pick sides with the Spree. I'd rather pick sides with the Admiralty, I think, just because that seems more negotiation-driven to me. Fish suggests that Ulo can get you in the front door of the auction, but you're going to have to stooge for the Admiralty to get her help. The Admiralty is what passes for government around here, but they comport themselves more like an occupying army. Don't expect to make a lot of friends amongst the people if you pick this side. That's alright, everybody in the feud hates us anyway. Shall we? You spot a young Kradeshi sitting at the desk. She doesn't look like your average officer, though. Her uniform looks like it's been modified to fit the way she likes, and her boots are too slick for requisition. Hey, are you Ulo? I'm Sal. Fish mentioned we might be able to help each other out. I've been waiting to meet someone with just your particular set of skills. You're a hunter who wants Cascio dead, and it just so happens I do too. Do me a solid, and I'll get you where you need to be. Play by my rules, and the killing blow will be yours, I promise. What do you say, hunter? Why not? I'm in. But if I end up taking a fall so you can get a promotion, please, if anything goes wrong, it'll be your own fault, I promise. I gotta say, I respect her candor already. But Nadan does not like us. Look at he's got the Jim Carrey face. Okay, first up, you'll need this. Take it. What is it? An Admiralty card. You must pick one. Well, this seems great. I wonder if this is how we can, like, pick an archetype for our deck now after the first day's over. Improvise an uncommon or rare manipulate card. It costs 0 until played, or gain. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to an enemy target for every influence count. Expend. Okay. I mean, it's a unique diplomacy card. That seems related to what we want. Folks here take any edge they can get. If you can't compete, you're surf slime. Consider this your deputy's badge, a gift from my favorite investment. Get work. What would be a good use of your time? You heard of the Partok caverns? I think it would have left an impression, if not a gaping hole in your side. The place is crawling with spree. Normally, I'd just leave them to their rat's nest, but apparently there might be ruins under the caves, old ones from before the plague. I've run it up the chain of command, but the Admiralty don't care. They're just as happy to let the spree rot with relics. The Hessians, on the other hand. What do you want me to do? I don't know the first thing about holy relics, but you do know about killing bandits. Excuse me, I know about persuading bandits through the power of superior rhetoric. I don't know anything about doing bandit-based driven gameplay here. I got no choice but to accept. Okay. Yo, we do get a graft as well. Not that we'll be able to use it right off the bat, maybe. Choose a card to add. Honestly, I do like a zero-cost card. But I don't think we need a zero-cost card as much anymore because we have that battle graft that lowers the cost of something, and it would suck if that got targeted, if it could be targeted. A one-cost card that does 5 damage with a discard as a penalty is not so bad. But I think we might as well go with this. An expensive card that gives us a permanent combat buff might be decent enough. Because our combat deck right now is not particularly strong. I don't believe we've even upgraded a single card yet, so... Okay, start with the Tunnel Rats. We were interrupted mid-path. That's okay. A spree band? Oh, no. Isn't this Cascio? I smell... It's Goni again, dude. I smell money. Hand it over. Goni! I'm gonna... Do we have to do this every time, Goni? I should have had that drink. Okay. So, it would be nice to get reason, but we cannot get reason right now. This is not a great first turn, unfortunately. I think we should improvise a card. Deploy bait. Must be targeted before anything else. Gains 2 resolve for each count. Observation does 0 to 4 damage. They're all being expended no matter what. Okay, so I think bait is basically like composure. We might as well send that out there. We'll probably get hit for the 4 is my guess. We really don't want vulnerability right now. Draw 1 card, return the next card you play to your draw pile. Build rapport, gain 2 influence and apply 3 composure to it. Unfortunately, we'll still not be able to play Appeal to Reason because it's going to be too expensive, but that's alright. We at least did something there. Yeah, we had a little rollover damage. Oh, but then they targeted the argument, which is great for me. Alright, so you take more damage from hostility, but there's not that much we can do with that just yet. Gain 1 influence, apply 3 composure. I really like pure style. And we get to upgrade some cards. Enforcement. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to a random enemy target for each influence count. Do we have 0 cost cards in our draw pile? We do not, so Swift Rebuttal is still kind of bad. Gain 2 influence. I think we want to do an inspirational talk. Oh, we can't target every time, dude. We can't target it. You're taking 5 damage. Apply 3 composure. I think we should then build rapport to get 2 more influence and add composure. We will still lose our composure here, but then deal 1 damage to a random enemy target for each influence count. We can at least get 5 damage out of this first. Ah, it lasts... Okay, I see. So this is now an argument, although it's at the end of our turn? Yeah, so it'll do 5 damage this turn, and any influence we get in the future will be better as well, because it'll cause the automatic damage. Yo, that was pretty solid. So our influence will be destroyed, unfortunately, but almost all of our cards give us influence anyway, so I'm not sweating it. Plus our ocular implant is crushing it. Alright. So, you're taking 7 damage here. That's fine. Let's gain influence, because this benefits our orbital here, for lack of a better word. You're still taking 7 damage. I don't think there's too much I could do about that, just to be honest, but we got 2 mana left. I guess we'll start drawing... Ah, but we're going to have rollover damage, so I think we might want to apply composure. Let's apply it to ourselves, just in case. We're still learning. I'm not going to sweat it too much. Then we'll do some direct damage to your resolve. Okay, so then... You've hit that, and it did roll over to me. I'm a genius. And you're dead, brother. Get out of here. I can also threaten you now. It was a good turn to draw that. Okay, choose 1 of 3 negotiation cards. Honestly, at this point, I'm ready to start maybe making our deck deeper instead of wider. Nah, that's alright. I've seen plenty of knives. I'll look for trouble somewhere else. He slinks off, defeated. Well, stop attacking me then. It's all you, dude. All I want to do is talk. Ulu marked the cave entrance on your map, but the wild countryside has you double-checking the coordinates. If the caves are as deep as you've heard, then the bandits might be better hidden than maggots in a cheese rind. Fortunately for you, luck strikes. A bandit emerges from the bush, clearly returned from a brief break to nature's privy. Oh, I was just... Wait, who are you? Hef's quick eye snags on your Admiralty graft. You lost, Sarge? Only switches out here are ones swinging from trees. I don't know what that means. But I have chosen to debate you in the marketplace of ideas. Ulu said to kill all the spree, but there's no harm done if you make the job easier by letting one runner go. Plus, the negotiation deck is stronger for us right now. You know why we call them switches? Because they have the authority to beat you bloodless. But that doesn't have to be you, friend, not if you answer a few questions. Remove covert knowledge to determine the location of the bandit hideout. Okay, so we gotta hit you for 8 there. Man, I really wish I'd built better for Swift Rebuttal, but I did not. So here's my thinking. Improvise tends to be good. And then... Flustered. Reduces owner's damage... Or reduces damage by 33%. And vulnerability just causes resolve loss to be increased by 1. How much damage are you doing? 3 and 3, so we'd probably lower that slightly. I don't see that as being too important. Let's give vulnerability. As a result, we might be able to kill you with this, or kill this argument in 1 turn. Insert flatter, compliment, or attitude into your hand. And then we would like compliment for sure to gain some influence. Okay. We have to hit you for 5, which is just not possible. Although, hold on. It might hit for 5 as a result of the fact that you have vulnerability, but it'll also cause me to take some damage. So why don't we put up a little bit of extra composure there and pass turn? Because we got the ocular implant anyway. That's gonna do some serious damage. What did I tell you? Hey, you tricked me. What it do, baby? Okay, so enforcement is amazing. I think you're taking 6 damage. I'm not sweating that too much, to be honest. My thinking right now is like I think we play inspirational talk for the. Oh, we got to do damage with it first. Might as well just hit you directly. Which will give us more influence. I know it's going to get destroyed, but we'll put this on as well. So it should do... How much? We currently have 3 influence. It'll do 3 damage to a random enemy, but any enemy argument, I should say, or enemy target. But there is vulnerability, so it might do 4. And on top of that, I think we'll just put this on ourselves so we don't get hit by damage overrun right here. I'm trying to figure out why you're doing 3 damage instead of 1. It's beautiful. But you're doing 3, 3, 3, which is awesome. Anyway, get destroyed. Logically, though, look, we've destroyed her. Place a card from your discards into your hand. Honestly, I don't see that working for us with our current number of action points. Hey, look, I don't know much. Nadan keeps us all in the dark, but if you want directions, I can give you those at least. The bandit scratches a map in the dirt, watching you for sudden movements. After she's done, you dismiss her with a brief nod, and she makes for the bushes. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Yo, I'm amazing. How did I get so good? You're so deep in the Partok caves that you start to get a little reflective. Why are you here? What purpose do you serve? You kill some bandits, but then what? Is the meaning of life really at the end of a contract? Or is there something greater? Could you ever... Tort lawyers blown out right now, in shambles, driving around downtown Boston, begging through text for the meaning of life. Lost in thought, you knock your head on a stalactite. Whatever you were thinking about evaporates into the darkness as you rub your noggin. Gosh darn it. Let's keep exploring the caves. You search some side passages, hunting for anything useful. You turn a corner and only notice the Luminari crouched in the shadows when it's too late to do anything but gawk. Quiet! She holds up a blessed finger and waits in the darkness, and you can't help but follow her lead. Thought I'd heard the bandits. You're not one of them, I can tell that at a glance. My name's Ionis. Sal, weird place to make acquaintance, but here we are. I'm here to sort out the cave's bandit infestation. Thought I'd do a little exploring first, see what I can dig up. I've been sent to catalog some of the ruins in these caves and do what I could to safeguard them until the bandits were dealt with. Seems you're fixin' to get me out of this darnable hole. Yo, we can convince her to join us? You content to sit and let me have all the fun? This graft is too strong. It has made me too powerful, and I'm here for it. So turn 1, you're not doing that much. We want, improvise a 0-cost card from your discard pile. We don't have one. Although, now that I think about it, hold on. We could get a 0-cost card off of that. We didn't. That's okay. So we want as much influence as possible on turn 1. So we take compliments, play this, and then play enforcement, which will do... I still... Is it gonna do 3 damage or 2 damage 3 times? What's it gonna do? It's gonna do 1 damage twice because we have 2 influence. Clearly, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Alright, let's see. One of your arguments got destroyed before I could read it. Targets an opponent argument each turn for 2 to 3 damage and targets all opponents. You have 6 resolve. You need to be destroyed. We would like to gain some influence, because that's going to make this better. And then we want to hit you for 6, which thankfully is going to be plausible here. That's a beautiful thing. And then, honestly, I don't think we need to worry about I think we're going to do so much passive damage to you, we'd be better off just getting more draw in the future. That's how I look. Oh, and we have extra actions. Okay. Let's improvise then, honestly, because I think we can get a 0-cost card that'll help us. We'll apply composure on random arguments, I guess, but look at this. Look at this. And then the ocular implant's gonna help us. There it comes. We might be able to lethal you this turn. I'm thinking that this is, again... What do you do? Oh, you're also annoying. Okay, so... Flatter, compliment. We'll take Flatter this time. Deals 2 bonus damage and hits all enemy opponent arguments. So I think we just want to hit you in the face. And it also destroyed your argument. And we will also just hit you directly. And I think you might just die. We'll take Composure just to draw. And that's exactly what we were looking for, is a 0-cost lethal card. It works. Yo, this is great, though. Double your influence? That's something that I think... I can't believe that's a common. That's on our side right here. Alright, so she will probably join us. Follow me and stick to the shadows. We don't want them fleeing further into the caves. You're back in the main cave. We're going to continue Tunnel Rats tomorrow. The episode's getting a little long in the tooth. I would be remiss if I didn't remind you. First off, this is a sponsored video. Thank you, Clay, for the sponsorship. Apart from that, there's a link in the video description below. If you click that, you can go to the store page for Griftlands. It's currently available in alpha. You can click that link, pick it up for yourself if you're interested. Great game. Only starting to scratch the surface of the depth that it offers. I'm having a great time with it so far, and we're building our own story here with Sal. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We got videos coming out on Griftlands for 7 days in a row here, and I'll be in the comments reading and replying. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!